Hi, in this video we will discuss about if-else statement. Already in the last session we have discussed about the if statement. So if statement, if you recall, if with some condition we have, okay, and then it's followed by some statements, okay, right? So what is if-else statement? So I will give it a. In the last session we discuss about if statement with an example. Suppose that you want to go to watch a movie with Rahul, and you say that if Rahul is going with you, then only you will going to watch the movie, right? So in this particular if statement, if the condition is true, that means if the Rahul is going for the movie, then only we are going for the movie. Now let us take this condition in a more further way. Say for example, if Rahul is going with you, then you will go with Rahul for the movie. Else, if Rahul will not go for the movie, you will go alone. Okay, so that means there will be a second part of it. Right? If this condition is true, then one set of statements will be executed, and if the condition is false, the another set of statement will be executed. So that particular thing can be easily handled with the concept of if-else statement. So we have the if part. So this is executed. We know whether if it is true, right? So here in the if statement, we never say what will happen if it is it's false. But in the if else statements, if this condition is true, then this statement will be executed. Now, if this condition is false, right? Then with the other part of the statement, the else part of the statement will be executed. Yes. So these statements, I will write statements. Okay, like this. So then some difference will come. Okay, statement. So this will executed if the condition is true. Yes, and this will be executed if it is false. If it is false. So we have a if part, right, which will be executed, if this condition is true, and this will be executed if this condition is false, right? So let us see an example. One of the most important basic example that has been always been discussed whenever we talk about if else statement is whether a number is odd or even. Okay, so whether a number is odd or even. Yes. Okay. So in this particular, whether a number is odd or even, okay, what is the logic for a number to be an even? The logic for a number to be an even is that it should be it should be it should be divisible by 2. So if it is divisible by 2, that means there will be no remainder, or we can say the remainder will be 0, right? So we have like this even number it should be divisible by 2, and if there is no remainder, and there should be no remainder, and all the remainder will be equal to 0. Okay, so in this case it says that whether a number, and if it is not 0, then what has happened? If remainder is remainder is not 0, that means it is a odd number. Yes, right? This is the logic. Now let us do one thing. We'll try to see this particular if statement in a more better way using the Raptor tool. Okay, let's go to the Raptor tool. Okay, right. Now if else statement, if this, so we have some inputs. Great. Then we have this selection, correct, and we have some output. Yes, right? So here if the condition is true, this yes part will be executed. So we have some assignment here. Okay, and if it is the condition is false, so this set of statement will be executed, right? So start, we have some set of inputs. Okay, then we check the conditions. If it is yes, this set of statement will be executed. Okay, or if this isn't, then set when executed, it will be executed. Okay, this is not required also, we can time when we can delete it. Okay, right? Now as I was saying, what was saying that if number is divisible by 2, then if there is no remainder or the remainder is equal to 0, that means it is an even number or it is an odd number. Okay, so let's I take some input. Yes, I say okay, from here 30 number, I say it, and you have the ideas. Okay, yes, enter the number, right? So the number. Now I want to see whether the number is divisible by 0 or not. So the condition. Let us see the condition. What is the condition? Now, what will be the condition if the number is, then the number is odd or even? So that means remainder should be 0. So what we'll do, we'll have a modulus operator. Okay, if does num2 equal to 0, right? Yes. So now the number, the modulus operator of 2, which we have already discussed, because the modulus operator will give you the remainder. If the remainder is 0, okay, that means it is an even number, else it is an odd number. Okay, so now here I will write set. Okay, oh, I put an assignment statement, etc. Sorry, so I don't require an assignment statement, I just require the output statement. So output here. Similarly, I don't require an assignment statement, I require an output statement. Okay, so now I will write here, I will write, okay, the number is even. Okay, done, added, number is odd. Yes, so let me save it. Yes, we get a number, then we are checking num mode of 2 means whether the remainder is 0. If it is 0, the number is even, and if it is not 0, the number is odd. So let me execute. Enter a number. So you can see enter a number. Let me enter number 6. Okay, right? The number is even, right? The number is even, right? Let me clear it. Then again I execute, and let me give the number to be 9. So it should give me odd number. Yes, the number is odd. Yes, so you have seen since 9 mod of 2 is not equal to 0 because the remainder is 1, so that's why it is giving the number is odd. But now 6 mod of 2, it is giving the remainder 0, so this is even, right? So I hope this is clear. So let's go back to our program. So now I will declare one variable, okay, int num, right? Now I will ask uh, the user printf mtd number, okay, right? Then we have scanf Okay, percentage d and percent num. Okay, right. Now the condition here. So condition is that I have put the condition, right. So that now the condition is num mode of 2 equal to 0. So this, if it is true, so we have to print that. But we have to print that the number is even. Yes. Printf. Okay. Number is odd. Right. Yes. So when I will input 2, it will check here. Sorry, when I will input 6, it will check here 6 mod of 2 is equal to 0, and this will be printed. Right. Yes. And when I will say 9 or mod of 2 is not equal to 0, it gives 1. So it will come down to the else part and it will print that number is odd. Okay, so let us execute it. So sorry for that, I forgot. Yes, so I will enter the number 6, right? So we got this is enter the number 6 and we got it even. Okay, now I will enter 9. Enter 9. So the number is odd. Okay, so from here we have understood that if else statement is one of is such way statement where we can have if can execute a set of statement if the condition is true, right, and if the statement is false, another set of statement can be executed. So in this particular thing we show one example where a number is odd or even. So we have two things, whether it is odd, whether it is even. So in the if, we can easily solve this problem with the if still statement saying that a number is even if it is divisible by 2, and if it is not divisible by 2 then it is odd. Or in other sense, if it is divisible by 2 we'll have a remainder which will not have a remainder, or we can say remainder is 0, and if it is odd the remainder will be not equal to 0. So we put it in the if else statement. So if condition is true, right, when the condition is true means the remainder is 0, then it is an even number, else it is an odd number. So basically you've understood the use of if use of if else statement. So if else statement, if the condition we have it is true, then a set of statement will be executed, the state of statement inside the if block, and if the condition is false, the statement inside the else, and inside the else will be executed. Okay, right. Let me again revisit it. If else statement, you will have both the things. If the condition is true, a set of statement will be executed, which will be the part of if, and if the condition is false, then the statement inside the else block will be executed. Okay, so hope you have understood this problem. In the next session, we'll try to solve some problems more on if else statement.